The following is a lecture given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on March 24th, 1977, in Bombay, India.
It appears that really a human being is now there to take up the responsibility in India. They're talking all nonsense. The real message of Indian culture is Krishna consciousness. Jayam paramanguyam madbhakti suvidhasati nachatasmat manusheshu kaschit me yetittam. Krishna says at the end of his instruction that anyone who is taking the responsibility of preaching the message of Bhagavad Gita to the devotee, because unless one is devotee, one cannot understand what is Bhagavad Gita. Bhaktyamam vijanati javana jasyami tattva. To know Krishna superficially, that is the different thing. You can imagine anything nonsense. But if you want to know Krishna as he is, that requires intelligence. Manushanam sahasresu kaschid jatati siddhaya jatatam siddhyanam kaschid vetimam tattva. We have to understand Krishna tattva as he is. This tattva word has been used in several places in Bhagavad Gita. Janma karmam samidilbam jo janati tattva. Here is one, tattva. Krishna's appearance and disappearance is not ordinary thing. Jo janati tattva. Anyone understands in truth what is the result. Tatta deham punarjanmanaiti mameti kaunte. Immediately he becomes liberated. Immediately he becomes eligible not to accept any more this material body. Tatta deham. Everyone has to give up this body, material body. You cannot remain permanently Indian or this party or that party. You have to change it. Tatha deham. So why should you waste your time in this way, that I am Indian, I am American, I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am horse, I am cat, I am dog. There is no difference. If a dog is thinking that I am dog, and if I am thinking I am Indian, what is the difference? The mentality is the same, and identifying with the body. Jasya prabuddhi kunapi tidhatuke. Anyone who is thinking of this body as himself, jasya prabuddhi kunapi tidhatuke sadikkalatra vibhudo moidyadhi. Jati tabuddhi Srila nakarayuche janeshu avijñeshu saiva gokhara. Gokhara. Go means cow and khara means ass. Anyone who is identifying with this body as self is gokhara. Animal. So this animal civilization is not meant for India's culture. India's culture is different. तथा देहांतर प्राप्ति तप्तादेहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति. This is India's culture. Why should we identify ourselves as animals? I am Indian, I am American, I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Greek. Wrong kind of civilization. Go for us. So our little attempt is, we are not manufacturing anything. We are not manufacturer of religious system. Neither it is possible to manufacture. It's like you cannot manufacture law. Law is given by the state. Similarly, dharma means dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranita. Dharma means the law given by God. That is dharma. You cannot manufacture. Who cares for your manufacture system? Just like nobody cares for if you make some law, that I made some law and go to the court. Sir, I made this law, please accept. Lunatic, driving. That is not possible. This is dharma, as Krishna said. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam. This is dharma. Yada yadahi dharmasya glani bhavati va. What is that glani? Discipline. Glani is disobedience to the order that is glani. Yada yadahi dharmasya glani bhavati va. The whole world is denying. Sunnavad, Nirvishesvad, Nirakarvad, no God, God is there. So what kind of religious system they manufacture? They simply misled. Andharathandhai rupaniyamana steti satantra udami bhaktya. Very tightly regulated by the laws of nature and state that independently manufacturing religion. This is not possible. Give up this. Sarvadharman parityajya. Actually this is dharma. Savai pangsam karo dharma. Jato bhakti radhokhaji. It doesn't matter whether you are Hindu, Muslim, Christian or any other sect. The test is how much you are advanced in understanding God. That is it. If you do not understand God, if you have no obedience to God, that is not dharma. So, the Krishna consciousness movement is a very important movement. It is neither manufactured nor unauthorized. It is authorized, the oldest. Yoga Puratana. Krishna says to Arjuna that I am repeating the same yoga, Puratana. Krishna does not say that I am manufacturing another system of yoga. No. I am speaking to you the same yoga system. Imam vivassati yogam praktavana hamambhayam vivassana manoviprahu manuvikhata viprahu. Yoga nasta pura. As soon as you deviate from the original system, it is nosto, spoiled. So what is the use of giving things which is already spoiled? But it cannot be spoiled if you follow the parampara system. This is the secret of success. So our only request is that India should not be misled by imitating the Western type of civilization, unnecessarily fighting on political and social. These political and social, there is problem, but that is temporary. Temporary, we must have our interest to the real life. Somebody yesterday was speaking of health. So what is health? If you are going to die, what is the value of your so-called health program? First of all, you stop there, then the question of health. Krishna says, Na hannate hannamane sharire. First of all, come to this position that even after the destruction of the body, you are not destroyed. That is health. That is health. Tatta dehang punarjanma naiti, mameti. That is health. Not that patchwork. You have got some disease, take some pill, and again become disease. Rutta prayati. That is not health. Here is health. But we have no brain to understand that Krishna says, Na hannate hannamane sharire, na jayate na viyati va, kadachit, at any time. Na hannate hannamane sharire. Where is that medicine? Na hannate hannamane sharire. I am dying, my father is dying, my son is dying. But even if we accept, yes, we are accepting another body, but what you know, what kind of body you are going to accept, what is the position, there are 8,400,000 different forms of body. If you become an insignificant worm, then it will take millions of years by the evolution process to come again to this human form of body and come to, there may be chance to get to Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not very easy. If I miss this opportunity, I may miss millions of years. So this knowledge should be given. It is not expected that everyone will accept or understand. But this knowledge must be current. A class of man, the Brahmana class, the Vaishnava class, Manusyanam Sahasreshu, that is a fact. But still, there must be somebody out of millions to understand this philosophy, and there is a good opportunity now. We have published so many books on this subject matter, and we have got very nice place in Bombay. Jo, please come, read our books, try to understand the philosophy and make your life successful. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Are there any questions? Please come forward with your questions. You can ask them in the microphone at the front of the stage.
While chanting, you chant the name of Rama as well as Krishna. I do not see any photograph of Rama here. What is the thinking?
You do not see, but can you hear?
I do not see.
But you do not hear.
Photograph I do not see.
Hearing is also experience. Why do you want to see? You do not see your father, he is dead.
Why? Because photograph
seeing and hearing the same thing.
Yes.
Suppose you had grandfather.
Yes.
Are you seeing him? How do you accept you had a grandfather?
I saw him all right.
That is hearing.
Yes, no, I saw him also.
You saw, you did not see your great-grandfather.
My great-grandfather.
But how do you know? Hearing is also another process.
My question is whether there is a distinction that we made out between Jnana and Krishna.
The distinction is that hearing is also a process of acquiring knowledge. Why don't you accept it? Simply seeing is not acquiring knowledge. There are so many senses, and hearing is the first-class sense to understand which you cannot see.
Next, please come forward with your question. Asking questions is a sign of intelligence. How could I know the unknown with the known?
It is already explained. How could you know your great-grandfather? From the parampara system, your father says, yes, I had my grandfather. So from the authority of your father you can understand. This is easy process. Evam parampara prapta. Imangarayajara. You have to hear. Therefore Veda is called Shruti. Shruti means you have to hear from the right source. Then you know. That is knowledge. You don't hear from a cheater. You hear from the right source, then the knowledge is perfect.
Highly religious. It is very difficult for him to move in the material world. What is the solution? How should he move? The people who are materialistically minded.
Yes, therefore you have to understand your spiritual identification, because we are fools and rascals. We are thinking I am this body, and Krishna gives instruction in the beginning that you are not this body. Dehinasmin jatha dehi kaumanajo vanamjara. Asmin de you are within this body. Not this body you are. So Krishna is authority. You have to take it. Krishna is not only simply speaking authoritatively, but he is giving practical example. Dehinasmin jatha dehi kaumanajo vanamjara. Because the soul is within this body, it is changing. Tatha dehantara prapti, dhirastatta namanya. You have to become a dhira, not adhira. There are two classes of men, dhira and adhira. So, in order to become a dhira, you have to go tadvijnanartham sa gurumeva vidacche. You have to be trained up. Then you'll understand. Not so quickly, without being dhira. Dhirastattva namanya.
What is the difference between mind and soul?
Mind is material, soul is spiritual. That is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Mumi rapana no vayu khangmano buddhi vivacha. Aparayam bhinname prakritiya sada. They are also elements, but bhinna and material. Separated from Krishna. Aparayam itastu vidhime prajitim para. These material elements, they are inferior quality. And beyond this, there is another superior quality, that is soul. Jiva Bhuta Mahavava, Jai Ramdha Jati. So you have to know from the books. Then you know this story.
Swamiji, Rabindranath Tagore said that our body is a temple for the soul, and the soul is a temple for the spirit. Will you kindly enlighten us on this point?
Well, that is already explained, that you are so within this body, the body is superficially covered with the senses. Indriyani pararahu, indriyabha paramana, manasastu para buddhi, buddhestu ja para. You have to analyze that first of all, I am prominent by my senses. My body means my senses. But the senses are useless unless there is mind. Indriya bhava paramana. If your mind is not in order, your senses cannot act. Therefore, mind is superior than the senses. And the mind cannot act if you have no intelligence. Manasastu paro buddhi. And if you can go beyond the intelligence, then you can find out what is soul. So it requires study, it requires education. The education is there, the books are there, the teachers are there. Unfortunately, you are not interested to take the spiritual education. You are not interested in technology, how to heaven, that's all.
It is told that Athato Brahma Jignasa. Whether to attain that Brahma, you should follow that Brahma which is pointilless and shapeless, that is Nirgundarakar or Sarvasakar.
Brahma is always greater than anything. If you limit within some limited idea, that is not Brahmagya. Brahma is unlimited, the greatest, Brihatya, Brinhanatya. So, Brahma includes everything, Nirakar, Sakar and whatever you can speak. But Brahma ultimately is Sakar, it's not Nirakar. That is the verdict of the Shastra. Vadanti tat tattavidas satyam brahma. Jad jnanam advayam. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti, Sabda. This is Brahmagyan. Brahma, Satmam khalu idam Brahma, everything Brahma. But there is division. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti, Sabda. Just like the sun shine is impersonal. But the sun glow is localized, and the sun god is personal. But the same sun. Similarly, you have to understand Brahma. When you cannot understand the real nature of Brahma, then it is Nirakara. And when you partially understand Paramatma, then you localize. And you fully understand that is the Supreme Personality of Lord Krishna.
It says that first Athato Brahma Jignasa, and then it is said Athato Brahma Jignasa. It is said by Yagyavalkya.
Anyone
There is
can.
difference between these two.
So Brahma Jignasa means spiritual inquiry. So, the cat and dog cannot inquire. It is not possible. But when you have got this human form of body, especially born in India, and especially born in a Brahmin family, if you misuse your life like cats and dogs, then it is a great loss.
Idol worship, few persons considered as a stepping stone. Is it correct?
I don't follow
It's worshipping the
Idol
idol,
worship,
stepping
Buddha,
stone.
is considered as a stepping stone only. When you attain something, then you...
So unless you step one by one, how you can go to the topmost? You have to.
After attaining that,
Yeah. First of all, you have to step on the first step, the second step, and Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan. So everything requires training and knowledge.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare
It
Krishna.
is now, it is in that, where is Namanitokabam? Can you please explain that it is the only way out of salvation?
Yes, people are so fallen that they cannot take the life of tapasya. Athata Brahma Jignasa, this is the life of tapasya. Tapo Dibbam Putrakajena Suddheta Satya. Tapasa Brahmacharjena Jamina Niyamena Va. There is process of tapasya. But in this age, Kali Yuga, people are so fallen that they cannot undergo all the items of tapasya. It is very difficult. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has not manifested, it is mentioned in the Shastra that only by this process, Kalo dosha nidheraja, asti eko mahanaguna, Kirtanareva Krishnasya mukta sanna paranti. This is special concession to the Kali Yuga, that there are so many faults in this age. But if one stick to this principle of Kirtanareva Krishnasya mukta sanna paranti, he becomes liberated and go back.
And it is so that in Bhagavad it is also written, many delegation wants to be here in Kali Yuga. It is easier to be for salvation only by name.
Yes, that I am speaking. Kirtanareva Krishnasya. Krishnasya Kirtanareva Mukta Sangha Param. Simply by that. Therefore, we practically see that these Western people, they are not coming from high-class Brahmin or Vaishnava family. But still, by Kirtanareva Krishnasya, they are becoming so liberated that they are preaching Krishna consciousness all over the world.
Another thing, the last question that we got to discuss, the name is power, and to utter name...
The name is the person. This is absolute. Absolute. Not personal. He is person. Nama Chintamani Krishna, Chaitanya Rasavigra, Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukta Abhinatya Namanami. There is just like here in this material world, dual world, water and the name water is different. But in the spiritual world, Krishna and Krishna's name is the same. Abhinatya Namana. So these things have to be realized one after another if you come to the cross. Thank you.
I am very thankful to you, sir.